Hyper Light Drifter. Hey guys, it's Turner4590, and welcome to my Game of the Year of 2016. Yes, Hyper Light Drifter Special Edition may have just released for the Switch, but this game is actually from March of 2016, and it is one of my favorite indie games for sure. I love this game, and it's a game that only got better and better from release because the developer kept supporting it with quality of life updates, and now here we are 2 years later with a brand new Switch version, which has some new whistles. It has all the bells and whistles that the updated PC version has, so 60 frames, and well, that was pretty much the big one. And Special Edition actually comes with a couple of new things exclusively for the Switch too, so I jumped at the opportunity to buy this game again, and what better time to play it than only a couple days after its Switch release. So let's go. First things first, hope you like the color purple, because this game loves it. Let's just start a new game, and this game is fairly difficult. Once you've played it, it comes a lot more naturally to you than going in blind. But still, from the get-go, you can only play it on standard. Which, don't worry, for everyone, that's gonna be this is a game that gets pretty hard. Maybe not like super precision platforming hard, but you'll see it gets pretty tricky sometimes. I guess I should probably describe what the game is first. If you didn't know, this is kind of a action exploration kind of game, kind of in a similar vein to Zelda, where there's dungeons, less so of a puzzle element in dungeons and more so just on combat and hidden secrets, which this game has tons of. But without further ado, let's get going and start one of the prettiest games I think I've ever seen as far as pixel art is concerned. 31 hours. Okay. What? How is that even possible? I guess it counts when the system is turned off in sleep mode? Like when that is weird. Okay, good to know. I have not played the Switch version for 30 hours. Okay, how about let's just go with, I don't know, T-Boy. Sure, we'll go with that. Holy crap. Another thing I should point out, I hope that you're a fan of minimal storytelling, because another interesting thing about the story of this game is that throughout the entire thing, you're not going to see a single line of text. So I hope you like visuals, which this game has tons of. Oh shit. Plenty of graphic imagery too. Oh, hello there. Oh god. Only been here for 3 seconds, he's already coughing up blood. Oh god. Yeah, I'd get the hell out of there if I were you. Holy shit. Oh. I guess I scared them to death. Spirit animal. Perfect. This place is pretty weird. I'm gonna need some help getting through here. Oh, crap. Oh, well, that was short-lived. Oh. Okay, so this is the game. If you couldn't tell, this game has pixel art, and as I said before, it's probably one of the prettiest games to utilize it I've ever seen. Every room of this game is just teeming with little details and really, really cool. It's visually stimulating is a good way to put it. So, again, going over the basic controls, basically how the game works is that you're the drifter, you've got a sword, and you hit things with it. You also can heal using med packs that we just picked up. You can only hold 3 med packs at once right now. And, yeah, our goal is to just get through the environment. Obviously, it's going to get a little more complicated than that, but for now, let's descend. Okay, in our first underground area of the game, and this is where the game is going to teach us about the other big mechanic, which is dashing. And dashing, as you can see, you can actually go over bottomless pits, and obviously there's going to be a little bit of platforming elements mixed in with that, as well as you can also use the dash to obviously evade during combat in any way. You can dash any way you want, pretty much. You can do precise angles. It has about as much angles as the Firefox, so get used to some pretty precise ones that the game makes you do just to get some hidden secrets. Although it is pretty automated. Like if I go like from here, like it just when you're chaining together multiple across platforms, it's pretty simple. You can just ping the HUD too if you ever wanted to look at your health, which in this game is practically always going to be low, so at least if you haven't played it before. These little dotted walls you can actually dash straight up, which is this cool flipping animation. And now we get the second main part of the combat, or I guess the third if you include the dash, which is the gun. So, guns work really interesting in this game because essentially there are two ways to fire a gun. On the PC version, which is what I played originally, I used mouse and keyboard, and you just had a cursor on screen at all times. So you could stand right here and just aim at that, and just bam, like he would just shoot, like right there. Which I can't believe I actually shot that without aiming it. Because yeah, you can basically just blind fire, and you'll just shoot in the direction you're aiming. However, the gun, this main pistol, isn't totally accurate. It'll just go in the main direction of where you're trying to shoot. But on the controller, you can actually precise aim as well using ZL, and then you can pull out the gun and do spins. As you can see, it brings up a little bit of a cursor right here too. So if you wanted to shoot through that, and the big thing about how guns work in this game is that, as you can see, your ammo count is at the top left. So as soon as we shoot, we have no ammo. And the only way to get back ammo in this game is to hit enemies with your sword. So the combat has like this sort of like kinetic energy to it of like, oh crap, I'm out of ammo, and you have to get down and dirty. Like you can't just spend the entire fight just in the back corner, like not actually fighting, because again, you have to get up close and personal a lot just to get ammo for your gun. So as you can see, like for your pistol at least, basically one sword slash is one ammo. So A lot of the time you can just slash 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 and then just blow them away with your pistol. Obviously there are going to be multiple guns that you can acquire in this game, and the pistol's probably one of the I'd say that the pistol is probably one of the more useful ones, just because it's, you know, has pretty good range and it has a lot of ammo, and you have it from the beginning of the game. But trust me, we're gonna get guns later that are gonna make the pistol look pretty crappy by comparison. Okay, back in this forest area. Any other people want to mess with me? Oh, no. I'll just mess with nature then. I'll be back to what I was doing. Nothing really to look out for in this first area as far as secrets go. Again, there's practically a secret on every single screen of this game, but not in this first little area right here. And would you look at that? Oh my god. Well, at least we know what our destination is. Honestly, this is one of those games where you can take a screenshot at almost any point, and it'd be like, well, there's a good wallpaper right there. Oh god. Not feeling so good. Oh god. Well, who are you? Kind of looks a little similar to us. No. At least we're in capable hands instead of being eaten alive by shadow men. Shadow monsters, whatever they are. Okay, up and about, and let's see what he left for us. A map. Fantastic. This thing is not useful. I mean, it's kind of useful, but at the same time, one thing you'll notice almost immediately about this map is that it's very accurate. For the record, like it pretty much has the exact layouts of these rooms, and it even has an underground section right here. Although this underground map is not nearly as useful as the overworld map. But even then, one annoying thing is that the game won't actually tell you your location. It'll only tell you the room you're in. So it's kind of hard to tell, especially in like Labyrinth. So using the map, honestly, just kind of just find your own way with your brain. Even finding collectibles, the map isn't totally useful. Unfortunately. As for our inventory, again, nothing we can really do right now. As you can see, we're going to get quite a few weapons, 8 in total, which I believe is 2 more than usual because of the added weapons of the Switch version, which I haven't even tried yet, so that's going to be fun as soon as we get there. And hey, looking good. Let's just dim the lights a little. I like it darker in here. Interesting. Oh, that's the same thing. Okie dokie then. Okay, let's get out of here. See where we are. There we go. So, as you can see, those giant gray platforms, there's only a handful of them in the game, and these basically act as fast travel points. So there's pretty much only one in each central area of the game, and this is the most central of all because this is the hub area. Okay, so right off the bat, one cool thing I want to point out is that this game, of course, being a Switch kind of exclusive because of the special edition thing, but this makes use of the HD rumble because just getting near this core part, and now it starts to like just a hint of vibration coming from the controller, which is just a really cool touch. I love HD rumble when it's used well. just for subtle things like that. I really, really want to slash these plants open, but unfortunately, Drifter isn't really allowed to use his weapons while he's in the town. So let's just talk to some of the townsfolk. Oh crap, that's the guy we saw. Oh, he seems like a nice guy if he's helping these guys out. Okay, right off the bat, we're gonna get into another main mechanic, which is the shop. Fuck this room. We'll get to that in a bit, but a bit later. But fuck this room. This is the shop, and essentially what you use to purchase these abilities is first off, I want to point out the art for all these townsfolk is so cool. Like, look at the guy on the left. Like, oh, that's so cool. And each of the shopkeepers looks badass in their own way. But essentially, you need gear bits to purchase items. And at the beginning of the game, these upgrades all cost quite a bit, and you're not going to be able to get a lot of them in the beginning. There is enough gear bits in the game, obviously, to purchase everything. Not that you need everything. But yeah, for this shop, it's pretty much just things related to your dash ability, which that first ability on there, which I'll get into a little later, is practically mandatory, and that's the first one that we're going to be getting as far as the upgrades are concerned. Anyway, over here is the sword shop, and this is going to give us some special abilities like the charge slash, which looks even more badass than that. Trust me, when you use that on an enemy, the heads will roll. I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. Okay, as for this, you can just deflect bullets, and this is I love how violent that thing is. It's just those three things sitting there and just dead instantly. So obviously that's a little bit of a dash slash, which is useful. So yeah, we're probably going to get all of these out of these two shops, but obviously it's going to take a little bit to find the amount of gear bits necessary. And I'll get more into gear bits again when we actually find some gear bits. As for this shop, this is the medical shop, and essentially the only upgrade you can buy here is the ability to carry more med kits with you, up to 5 in total. Med kits thankfully heal you to full health from 1 health, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, the med kit only heals a little bit. It's just a full heal, flat out. And this one only costs 2 gear bits, so that's a little bit less expensive than the gun and, the sword and the dash upgrades. And speaking of the gun, here is the gun shop. Not much in the way of upgrades for the guns specifically, mainly just their ammo capacity, which is a huge deal for some of these guns, because some of these guns don't have a lot of ammo capacity. The pistol already has 6 shots, so having an extra 3 shots is almost overkill, really. But again, it's pretty cheap at only 2 gear bits. And I believe we only have one more shop, and this one is an interesting one as well. This is the roly-poly shop. What is the roly-poly? The roly-poly is essentially just a grenade. So you just have a grenade that you can use, and it charges automatically, and using gear bits you can actually purchase up to 2 grenades that you have infinite amounts of. It's just on a charge meter. And the grenades are extremely useful because, at least at the beginning of the game, it's going to be kind of tricky to actually deal with multiple enemies at once, at least efficiently. So having the thing that kind of nukes the screen almost is quite useful. Oh my god. Okay, maybe the people in the town aren't so nice after all, jeez. Okay, and this is something you're going to be seeing a lot of, locked doors in this game. This is a key door, and obviously this one requires 12 keys already, just from the get-go, and you're going to be seeing a ton of locked doors that we're never going to be able to open, because, yeah, these keys, they don't come very quickly in the game. I believe there's 16 keys altogether. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of them, throughout the adventure that we just straight up won't be able to do. And unless we backtrack to them, which again, it's kind of annoying with the whole map thing, but oh well. Mainly it's just there are some useful things behind key doors, but not all of them. For the record, this won't be 100%. I will be trying to find as many secrets as I can, but actually going for 100% in this game would be probably a little tedious on the key side of things. As for this right here, we actually need to complete the left and upper area, if you can make that out. That's a left arrow and then an up arrow below that. Because if you couldn't tell from the map, this game is basically split off into 4 chunks. There's the north, east, south, and west. And essentially, I believe you can go either north or east from the get-go. I don't believe you can go west yet. You might need, I think you need to complete north and south first. Or north and east first, and then south you need to do last. You won't be able to do it until the other 3 are completed. Anyway, I believe that might be it for the town. There's a little bit more stuff over here, but nothing that we can actually really do right now. So without further ado, let's set sail on foot rather, toward the east, the lake. Okay, let's see here. Back out of the town so we can actually use our sword again, and yeah, you're gonna be seeing skeletons too everywhere. Again, lots of kind of morbid imagery in this game, especially some parts. This game is surprisingly graphic. They probably get away with a lot just because it's a pixel game, but it's pretty interesting. Anyway, that friendly yellow glow right there is the best thing in the whole game. It is a gear bit. So essentially, there's one gear bit. But I know what you're thinking. Well, can't we go... if we just need one more, then we can go upgrade something. Sadly, doesn't work like that, because what we just got was one gear bit piece, I guess. Or maybe the little parts are called gear bits. But essentially you need 4 to complete a full gear bit. And using that full gear bit is what we can use to purchase stuff in the shops. So yeah, some of those upgrades cost 3 gear bits, so that is 12 of the little ones. Which that's where the exploration comes into play, because if you're hunting every single nook and cranny, the upgrades are going to be coming really, really quickly. If you're not, however, if you're kind of just going down the main beaten path, then you might find the game way tougher, just because you won't actually be getting that much in the way of upgrades. Because again, this game is surprisingly difficult. As for over here, I believe this is the way to go, so let's go up here instead. These guys can't really touch us. And wow, there was actually a secret up there. If you can see a platform that you can dash to, odds are there's a secret there. Infuriatingly so, sometimes there isn't, and it's like you spend all this time just to get to this tiny, tiny nook, and then there's nothing there, and other times you are handsomely rewarded, so with all sorts of collectibles, not just... Obviously we're going to be finding keys and other bells and whistles, I guess. Other doodads throughout. And here's a great example of how you can use chain dashing to kind of like get across multiple platforms like that. And we've already arrived at the lake.